Welcome back. This is Dan, SoCal Surf. Today we're going to the cliffs, and pretty good size, head high, a little textured, a little windy, not bad, but as the wind started to blow, it kind of wrinkled the water a little bit, but not really choppy where you have, white caps, but a little texture. And as the waves started to break, it would smooth out actually and become, glassy almost on the wave. So it was pretty good there today. We started, the current was going from left to right, from south to north, but it was going pretty fast. I mean, I knew it was going to, so my suggestion was to go out at Golden West. So we parked in the south parking lot by the flag and walked down to Golden West. We went out there, but I couldn't. They all took off right away into the waves, and I waited for a break in the waves because the shore break was coming one right after the other. And if you made it past that, the sets were coming in pretty fast. And I watched as they were paddling out, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited. I was standing on the shore for at least 10 minutes waiting for a break to go out, and it just wasn't coming. And I made a feeble attempt, and I backed up and waited some more. And then finally, after about 10 or 15 minutes, seriously, just standing there waiting, and the waves were hitting me waist high and knee high to waist high. I kept waiting. Finally, a break came. I looked out, and there was no waves coming in. So I quickly dashed over a little shore break wave, and then paddled hard for a few seconds, and then made it into the dead zone. And then it was fine. I just paddled out, didn't even have to duck dive. And I got out, and no one had caught a wave the whole time. They just barely got out themselves. They were fighting the waves for 10 minutes. So finally we got out and started drifting immediately north. And so it wasn't long, and we were already back at the flag. And I think that's where I caught a good-sized wave. I took off late, and the wave started to break, and I didn't know whether I should bail or just try to ride it out. So I stood up, and it still didn't drop. And finally, the wave started to break, and I went over the falls. That means all the way from the top to the bottom. But I was standing up, and as I was free falling down in front of the wave, I didn't know if I should bail or just try to hit the bottom and turn. But finally, I hit the bottom with pretty good force, and so I kicked the board out and dove to my right and tried to get under the waves so I wouldn't get hit by the board. And it drugged me for quite a while as I got tumbled around waiting. But it was a 3 seconds of adrenaline trying to survive that drop. But it was pretty wicked. And then got another good laugh, came off the bottom so fast the board was just chattering, like just wah, 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 wah. And I couldn't get control of it. As I was coming around the bottom, I had to fall into the face of the wave because I was going so fast. So I had a couple of bad starts, but then again, things kind of mellowed out. Just did my surfing thing, and worked our way all the way down. I mean, we didn't really try to paddle to stay in position. We just drifted with the current, and within about 40 minutes, we were already past the gap in the cliffs, which was, I'm guessing that's about a half a mile down the beach. And I tried to stay there for a little bit, but just too much paddling. So I said we get to the tower we're going in. So we got to the tower and walked in and started to walk back up the beach. And it was, by the time we got back up the beach close to the flag, it was already too late. So we decided just to get out. But while we were waiting there, some dogs came by to visit, and they were just sitting, hanging out with us. The owner was walking down the beach, and the dogs just kind of hung out with us for a little bit. I guess they were waiting for us to throw a ball or something, but we didn't. We just were looking, and finally the owner showed up, and then they followed him. So That's the Dog Beach from Golden West north is Dog Beach as well as the cliffs. It depends on what you're going to the beach for. If you're going there to walk your dog, it's called Dog Beach. If you're going there to surf, it's called the cliffs. So either way, it's down north of the pier about a mile, 2 miles. So pretty good. Then towards the end, started to get a little walled up where you take off. There's nowhere to go because the whole wave was breaking, and you want to stay in the face, and you couldn't. So kind of got a little bit walled up as we were leaving. But then as we looked back over the edge of the cliff, as we got up to the top, we saw some beautiful peaks come in, glassy lefts and rights. So you never know what the ocean's going to do. It just does its own thing there, and all you can do is surf what you can get. Tomorrow looks like a possible rain. I mean, it's been that way all season. They say it's going to rain and it doesn't. They say it's going to be nice and it's windy. The ocean, the weather, it's just been a little bit unpredictable this season. And it's been a lot more wind and chop than usual. So, just have to wait and see what tomorrow looks like. It might be good. It might be choppy. Who knows? But we'll figure it out. So, short pod today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Until then, surf on and check out our sponsors, nappyclothing.com, Task Bullet, and Merch Hero. Appreciate it. See you then. Bye.